Hello. Hope everybody's doing well. I thought I'd make a quick video real quick. Getting ready to go do some fishing, and I was watching some people do loadouts of their tackle boxes and stuff the other day, and I really enjoyed the sounds, especially with like the soft plastic baits and stuff like that. Thought I'd do a really quick kind of show and tell of what's in my tackle box and what I'm getting ready to use to go fishing. So over here I have a Penn Battle 2 2500 series reel on a Penn Squadron 2 medium light action rod. It's a 7-foot rod, and that has like a 10-pound braid on it, I believe. It's been a good little rod and reel. I've had it about a year. It does everything I need it to do for inshore saltwater fishing. Wrestled some pretty big redfish on that thing, and I've just been super happy with it. Actually just ordered a Daiwa BG series 3500, a little bit bigger reel. So this is my tackle box. It's Plano, nothing super fancy. It's like a 3700 series. That refers to the actual size of the boxes that go in it. So nothing in that one. Let's see. Waterproof case. You can put your phone in it. It's got like a pouch for your phone. You can throw your keys and wallet in here. Which is good to have if you're going, like, probably going kayak fishing today. I got a couple spools of like some heavier line. This is what I used to make leaders with. Like 30 pound test part. DOA white shrimp. These are weighted. They have like a 1/4 ounce weight in them, so you can just throw them on the end of a leader and throw them out. I'm fishing pretty much exclusively saltwater right now. I haven't fished freshwater since I was a kid. I don't even really have any equipment for it. Some 1/4 ounce jig heads. Chartreuse color. Some Berkeley power bait. Jerk shad, 5-inch jerk shad. I haven't tried these yet. I'm gonna wait until I get my bigger reel in and get like a little more heavy duty rod. Try these out somewhere, like a deep hole or something. These are pretty big baits. I usually end up fishing the same thing kind of over and over again, and I wanted to get something different, so I saw these. I picked them up. I haven't tried them out yet. Got some Z-Man, I think. Yeah, Z-Man shrimp, scented shrimp. They have like little chartreuse tails, if you can see that. There's some like slimy scent stuff in there that's supposed to help attract the fish. I haven't tried these yet. I usually use Berkeley shrimp and Berkeley swimming minnows, and that's what's been working for me, but I'm kind of getting tired of using the same stuff over and over again, so I figured I'd try something different. This is another different one I haven't tried yet. Berkeley Gulp I use a lot of, but I've never used these little fake crabs. They're like little fake fiddler crabs. They're also scented. They're very realistic looking up close. I think these would be good to throw around like docks and pilings. Sheephead love these little fiddler crabs, and redfish will eat them too. So, be interesting to try these out and see if I can catch anything with them. I typically use, a lot of the times I've been using artificial bait lately because it's just convenient. I can just pick up and go fishing. I don't have to take a cast net and catch live bait or go buy live bait. I never use frozen bait. To me, it's just not that effective. You can catch stingrays and little sharks and stuff, but I find live bait or artificial bait works way better for me than cut bait or frozen bait. That's my fishing license. Put that up. Some more shad. These are scented shad from Z-Man. A lot of people go on about the Z-Man, so I figured I'd try out some of their baits. You can see the kind of grimy looking stuff that's in there with them. I haven't opened these up yet. But, I have this Elaztec kind of trademark thing that they promote. They're supposed to be really stretchy and kind of hold up really well from fish bites. That's one thing about like the Berkeley shrimp and the Berkeley swimming minnows is a lot of times you'll get a good bite on them and it'll reel it in and the tail will be completely chomped off. So maybe these will hold up a little better. We'll have to see. So these are just some cheap little fish that already have like a little hook in them and a little eyelet. I don't know how effective they'll be, but they look kind of real. Maybe I'll try them out. Alright. Let's see what we have in the main compartment now. I don't really have a lot of stuff in here. And typically when I go fishing, especially if I'm going kayak fishing, I'm not taking this whole big bag with me. I just kind of centralize everything in this and keep it all in here, just to keep it organized. But typically, when I go kayaking, I only take one of these boxes with me, and I can pretty much get everything I need into one of these 3700 series boxes. When I bought this bag, it came with these two little boxes I had from a different tackle bag. I just threw them in here. There's not really much in them. Junk in there. I need to clean these out, actually. Some other random thing I have in here too is this. I bought my kayak. Oops. I bought my kayak. I heard something rattling around in the kayak, and guys just thrown the kayak in the back of the truck for me. And when I got home, there was something rattling around in it, and there was this little frog. I don't know if somebody maybe was walking around the store and got spooked and thought they were going to get caught and just dumped the frog into the kayak. But anyhow, when I got home, this little swimming frog was in my kayak. Maybe it was a promotion. This is a fishing kayak, so maybe they were kind of doing a promotion with the company that made the kayak to try to get you to buy more of these baits. But this is Savage Gear frog. This is, I guess, something you would use to try to catch largemouth bass, which I don't really ever go after. I don't really have a spot to fish freshwater like that. I need to find some people that are going and doing that and start doing that. Because I actually like freshwater fishing. I just don't know any spots to go right now. This box just has like a couple popping corks in it. Not much in this one. You can tell this box is brand new. It's never been used really. ghost leaders, which I use these a lot to make little like Carolina rigs. It's just a hook and then this barrel swivel on the other end. It's like 18 inches of leader in between. Put like a little egg weight on the line and then tie that on. Pretty simple setup for using like live mud minnows or live shrimp. And I have like a leader with one of those same little mullet or whatever it is on a hook. I got that on a leader with a swivel. So I can just tie it on a line real quick and throw it out. See if that does anything. My dog is freaking out for some reason. There must be a thunderstorm coming. She just stares into space like that. Alright, this is the bin box right here. So I'm actually going to make some room up here on the table for going through this box. This is what I take when I go kayaking. When I go kayaking, I take this and my rod and reel and a net. And then sometimes I might get some live mud minnows from the bait shop or some live shrimp. And also I'll have like a bait bucket with me too. But, this is just a little water tank box. There's really nice clasps on it. Inside it, I've just got a bunch of different Berkeley fake bait. And this stuff is always kind of slimy. It's got like a scented kind of thing to it. I got a couple different things. I use these a lot and they work for me really well for catching redfish and trout. The other thing I use at the store pretty well are these white shrimp. I just throw those on a jig head and just jig with them, and see, that's what I usually catch fish with, are those two things. Like I said, I'm trying to branch out and use different stuff. This is going to be loud. That was way too loud. Using like, what do you call it? Live shrimp too, or live mud minnows is my go-to as well. Alright, this is my main box that I take on the kayak with me. I don't have to take that whole huge tackle box. I can pretty much get just about everything I need in here. Some extra jig heads, 1/4 ounce. There's a few in there. A pair of needle nose pliers. Copy of my fishing license. Just get that out of the way. This is another leader with one of those fish hooks made up and tie it on there. I'll just throw it on the end of my line real quick if I wanted to. This is some leader, swivel, and a jig head put together. Originally this was like a flounder rig, but I just saved the bag, and that way when I make my own little leader with a jig head on it, I can just keep it in one of these. It keeps it nice and neat. Got some small, tiny little J hooks. Use these probably with those mud minnows, or not the mud minnows, but with the fiddler crabs, like the little fake fiddler crabs. Fish that around like pilings and stuff for sheep's head. Some ghost leader rigs. It's pretty much my go-to for making like a quick little Carolina rig. So got some little 1/4 ounce weights. Just throw one of these little 1/4 ounce egg weights right on the line, and then tie the line to the swivel on the end of this. That egg weight can just slide up and down the line, and it stops when it hits that barrel swivel. And then you have an 18-inch leader and then a hook with your bait on it, which typically with this kind of setup I would use like a live mud minnow, a live shrimp, maybe if I catch like a mullet or something, I might chunk it up and put it on one of these hooks. But yeah, we might get some noise here in a little bit. My neighbor is having trees cut down, and there's a huge wood chipper over there. Hopefully not. Some hooks. Some barrel swivels. Make leaders and stuff. Some circle hooks for live bait. Mud minnows and live shrimp, pretty much. Let's just make some cheap pre-made leaders, just in case I keep this in there. Let's see. Got a couple popping corks. These are going to be all tangled up, probably. So I've got one that has a DOA shrimp. It's just a white DOA shrimp with a hook in it. And I got this other one. Cajun Thunder popping cork, and it has just a leader with a jig head. You can't really see it, but it's in there somewhere. There's like a yellow jig head, so I can throw like a Berkeley shrimp or a swimming minnow on the end of that, or even a piece of live bait if I wanted to, and use it with that. Just a little tiny pocket knife I keep in here. Can't really open it with one hand right now, but just a cheap little one I got in like a bucket. Some sunburn, mineral face sunblock. I put this on my face. It's really strong. It's like 50 SPF. Stays on pretty well, even if you're sweating from paddling or getting wet or whatever. This works really well for me. It keeps my face from getting burned. Over here, I got some egg weights, 1/4 ounce. I like to go light as possible on inshore fishing, mostly targeting redfish, flounder, trout. So I like to use light stuff. I do have a couple heavier weights in here. I've got like probably some 1/2 ounce ones in there, but I usually use a 1/4 ounce unless it's really windy and I need something a little heavier to keep my weight from bait from moving all around if the tide's pulling really hard or the wind's blowing. Let's see, over here, a couple DOA, just like that clear shrimp. These are like a 1/4 ounce. People swear by these, but I use them every now and then, and I've caught a couple trout with these, but I've never really caught a redfish with one. I don't know. Some shaky heads, some bigger, kind of heavier jig heads. Or I could use those with those big old shad that I got. Then I got some Topwater stuff in this box up here, which I don't use that much here. The water's really murky where I am, and they say, everyone I've talked to, all the guides and stuff, say that Topwater, you know, you're best off using that when it's like really, really glassy and it's like first thing in the morning, the sun's just coming up, or like right before the sun goes down in the evening, and the conditions have to be kind of perfect here for these to really be hidden. But I have seen people catch some pretty big trout with these and redfish, but I personally have got a few, but I've fished this big one, this Chug and Spook Junior or whatever. I've fished that one a good bit. I haven't caught anything with that one, and I've fished this 3D, I think it's like a Yazuri, I think it's how you say the name of that company. It's one of those 3D prism, and it's kind of got that big wide face on the front that throws up a bunch of water. Haven't had much luck with those yet, but I just need to put my time in and use them some more. Maybe actually get up and out of bed early enough to get to the water during sunrise. So like I said, that's when they say they work best. It's like right at the sunrise or sunset. Alright, I'm actually about to go fishing now. I can hear somebody cranking up a chainsaw or something out there. So hopefully catch a couple slot reds or a nice trout. And I can have some fish tacos for dinner.